Thank you for coming out to Sycamore Park for the second annual Gil Cedillo's Latin Jazz and Music Festival. Give yourselves a round of applause for being here this afternoon. This is our second annual and we're getting bigger and better. We'll be back again next year with your support. Don't forget, tomorrow we have a full day of music as well. Tomorrow being headlined by Little Willie G, the original singer of The Midnighters. All right. We'd like to remind you that the tent right over here, the red tent to the right of the stage, we have CDs from the artist, from Susie Hansen and the Jazz on the Latin Side All-Stars. We'll also have merchandise from Joe Batan. We'd like to thank our presenting sponsors, the Department of Cultural Affairs, Metro, AT&T, and the Linear City Department. We also like to remind you that there's a raffle going on at Gil Cedillo's booth right over here. You can enter into the raffle. You can win some CDs by the artist, and also a chance to go backstage and take a picture with the King of Latin Soul, Mr. Joe Batan. All right. Did you guys come to have a good time? Did you guys come to hear some great music? Did you come to dance? All right, ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, put your hands together for one of the baddest bands in Los Angeles, Jose Rizzo's Jazz on the Latin Side All-Stars.
All right. Let's hear it for the Jazz on the Latin Side All-Stars. And they're featuring Brian Swords on trumpet, Scott Martin on tenor sax, on baritone sax, Andy Langham on piano. You know, this band was kind of taking a rest for 5 years, and after 5 years, we all decided it's about time to bring the band back, the Jazz on the Latin Side All-Stars. So it feels good to have the big band again. All the top greatest musicians in the city, all in one band. How do you like that? Talk about power. I'd like to introduce all of the great musicians. Our musical director, Danilo Lozano on flute. Andy Langham on piano. Jonathan Pintoff on bass. The great Marvin Smitty Smith on drums. George Ortiz on bongo and bell and guido. Kevin Ricard on conga drums. Jimmy Brandley on timbales. Katis Buckingham on alto saxophone. Scott Martin, baritone sax. Eric Jorgensen, the Viking, on trombone. Flavio. Nick Daly on trombone. Sean Billings on trumpet. And Brian Swords on trumpet. And the great Justo Almario on tenor saxophone. Cumbia! You know, and Justo originally he's from Colombia. And talk about a master. You know, we were at City Hall, right, Justo, on Friday. Councilman Gil Cedillo presented the Latin Jazz Festival at City Hall Friday morning. And who came on before us? To our wonderful surprise, Stevie Wonder was there. And right before us, Stevie Wonder, so that's a heck of an act to follow, you know? So we came up and were presented and talked about the great masters of Latin jazz, and Justo Almario is one of those masters. We talked about the master jazz musicians, master Latin jazz musicians. Master Latin jazz musicians are a special breed, okay? Master jazz musicians cannot all play Latin jazz. Master Latin jazz musicians can play both at a high level. And there are a few of those, and the great Justo Almario is definitely one of those. Others in that mix, Chucho Valdez, Arturo Sandoval, Paquito de Rivera, David Sanchez, the great Justo Almario for sure. Now in this next tune, we're going to really represent the whole fire of jazz in Latin. And it's a tune that was created back in the 40s when